Alright, Chris, we're back on the couch. It's time for more of your favorite thing.
Die Hard? We're doing Die Hard?
No, we're not. We're doing a fucking Mustard Bus drive-in again. The other night, I told Chris the plot of Human Centipede, the first sequence. He can't wait. He's been talking about it the whole week. It's for part 2.
Not enough. Yeah, we're drinking trailer beer again. Fuck you.
It was Portman's idea.
No.
But we're back for that. Chris can't wait for part 2, can you?
All I know about part 2 is what Jeffrey told me, and from what I understand, it's much more graphic than number 1.
Well, let's jump right into it. Fucking cue that shitty animation. Alright, Chris.
Sure you don't want to watch Die Hard?
I mean, it's pretty good. So,
It's the best.
I mean, there's no Nick Cage. Can't be the best movie ever made. That's just how that works. Anyway, so you said that, you know, this one's more graphic, right?
That's what Jeffrey told me.
That's true. It's not wrong, but this one's in black and white. Probably because of how fucked up it is.
So it's like Clerks, but awful. And probably nothing like Clerks in any other way other than black and white.
So this one starts off literally how the first one ends. The first shot of this movie is the credits rolling of the first movie. Then it pans out to a laptop, and there's a fatter than holy fuck little troll man. I'm sure they say his name throughout the movie. Most of the time they just refer to him as that fucking retard.
They actually say that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He's referred to as...
They've offended everyone. Why not?
He's watching the Human Centipede. Come to find out, the Human Centipede is a movie, so apparently it's a weird kind of like Inception-y thing. Like, the first one's a movie, then the second one is set as someone watching the movie. This dude he's obsessed with this movie. He is crazy.
No human being should be obsessed with the Human Centipede.
I don't think this guy's a human. You see he has this big, like, notebook, this portfolio thing he's put together with different, like, newspaper things and just, like, pictures and drawings. He's drawn a bunch of the shit from the first movie, like the shitty fucking hand-drawn thing that Red Skull did. I'm assuming he just sits there and beats off all the time to this thing, because he does. You find out later he beats off to this thing quite a bit.
Good. Ew.
So then we go to his house, or his flat in fucking...
I don't want to.
Wherever the fuck country they're in. Come to find out he lives with his mom, because he's like 40-something and retarded.
Is he actually mentally challenged, or is he just fucking weird?
I think he is.
Okay.
Because his mom comes in the room and is yelling at him to get up because the doctor's here. She's like, Dr. Guy is here. I can't remember the doctor's name. Then she walks in the room and she's like, oh, you shit your pants again, didn't you? Because he did. He turns around, big fucking doo-doo stain on the back of his tighty whities. Yeah, you can see him in his tighty whities. She leaves the room for a second and he pulls this his jerk-off portfolio of Human Centipede stuff out from under his mattress.
As you do.
He's sitting there flipping through it for a minute, and he hears her come back, stuffs it back under. So
he still has, like, shit in his pants at this point, doesn't he?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So he's not concerned about that.
No, he's not at all.
Okay.
Because then...
He's going to stew in that.
He just starts putting clothes on. He puts clothes on so he can go downstairs and talk to the doctor.
Over the feces.
Over the duties, yeah. Okay. Over the doo-doos. Goes downstairs. Doctor Man is sitting there. I don't know what the doctor is supposed to be. Well, I know one thing he's supposed to be. We'll get to that in a minute. But the doctor, big, huge fucking beard, like fucking Orthodox Jew beard. I don't know if he was Jewish or not, but that's just what you should picture.
Okay.
He doesn't have the curlies or the hat, but he fucking...
Yes, he does in my head.
Dr. Beard is, he's there to give him some kind of medicine for whatever
the fuck he is.
Right.
Do we like Dr. Beard?
Hang on. So Fat Fuck Poop Pants comes downstairs, and we find out he has a little terrarium off to the side of the living room with, guess what's in it?
Centipedes.
There you go. He has a giant, big fucking red centipede that's like this long. That's just his buddy.
Like an actual centipede?
Yeah,
not like a
people.
little model of...
No, he has like a living centipede.
Okay.
And there's several shots in the movie where it shows him feeding this thing with tweezers. He picks up these like larva cricket things and feeds it, and it like around it.
Right.
Which leads you to believe later on that's going to become a thing whenever badness happens, but it actually never does. Spoiler alert. The doctor's trying to talk to him, and he's like, so, you know, how are you feeling? What's going on this week? He's just ignoring him. He's standing there feeding his centipede. The doctor, we find out, he desperately wants to fuck Fat Fuck. There's a shot of the doctor just staring right into Fat Fuck's ass, which I don't know if he knows there's shit in there. Probably. He can probably smell it. Of course, I don't know. Maybe Fat Fuck smells bad enough because he's him that he doesn't know there's turds in there. I don't know. I couldn't smell the movie. I'm glad. Finally, he goes over and sits down with Dr. Beard. Dr. Beard is like, hey, well, you know, I have medicine of stuff.
It's an erection.
Yeah, suck me off and don't call me in the morning. You find out his mom is just like, his mom hates him because he's a burden on her and he's fucking him.
That's okay. I would hate him too.
So mom says something to the effect of like, whatever the fuck's wrong with him. She says, he keeps saying something about a 12-person centipede.
Ew.
And as the viewer, we know what that means. But the mom is like, I don't fucking know what that means. That's just weird. But then the doctor, he comes back with the story, and we find out kind of what happened and why Fat Fuck is this way. He says, people who are abused as children sometimes mutilate their genitalia, and the centipede is a phallic symbol. So something like that. So he's basically assuming the dude is like stabbing himself in the dick hole or something. Doctor Man, he's got his hand on Fat Fuck's thigh this whole conversation, like feeling up his leg. Fat Fuck is over there being like, doing whatever the hell he's doing. Doctor gets up and leaves. Some other shit happens. We get a couple shots of the guy back at his job, walking around.
This guy has a job?
Yeah, he's a security guard at fucking...
Fat Fuck?
Yeah. There's these two people that come in there, and I can't remember their name. They're like a couple, like a 20-something-year-old couple, and they're arguing in the parking lot, and Fat Fuck comes out, I guess because that's part of his job, but he, instead of helping them, he like shoots them in the leg and like cracks them both over the head with a tire iron. I thought they were dead. Come to find out later, they're just having a really bad time and wishing they were dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're about to wish they were dead. I wonder what's gonna happen to them.
So then we get a moment where we find out more about what happened to this guy as a fucking kid.
Do I have to?
Specifically a baby.
I don't want to find any of that out. Actually.
So there's a confusing, or maybe it was confusing to me, like clip of he's doing some shit and there's a baby crying and you hear a voiceover of who we find out is his dad.
Is he the baby?
Yeah, at the point in
baby Fat Fuck.
Right, when he was a baby. And you hear a baby crying and then you hear the dad in like whatever the fuck voice. He yells, "Keep your crying. It's just making daddy's willy harder." And then that's uncomfortable for everyone, including me, because I just had to say it. He was an infant fuck tube, apparently. So then there's a whole bunch more shit about him coming up and finding people in the parking lot. He hits a couple more people with a tire iron. You get another shot of him at home with his mom, and they're in the kitchen. They're sitting there just eating. The mom is sitting there hating life. And the mom just says, "I made up a plan to kill us both." Because she's like, fuck this, I'm not taking care of you and you're my life, so fuck that.
I like where her head's at.
Yeah. Then there's some music upstairs, comes from their upstairs neighbor. So she, in stereotypical old lady fashion, gets a broom and starts hitting the fucking thing. And this enormous fucking... He looks like your stereotypical, like, skinhead, dude comes downstairs, busts into their apartment, starts yelling at him, and mom goes, he doesn't like the music. So then this dude starts yelling at the fucking, at Fat Fuck, calling him fat fucking retard, and I'll play my music however loud I want to, and this shit, starts beating him up, like kicks him, spits on him and shit. And the mom is over there going, kill us! Kill both of us! Kill us now and teach us a lesson! Because she thinks this dude's gonna just fucking start stabbing people.
This is a terrible plan.
Yeah, it sure is. The dude is like, you're fucking crazy. I'm I'm gonna like kick your retard son, but I'm not gonna stab you to death.
No, like what the fuck? Like that's the best plan you can come up with? Drive off a cliff.
The guy leaves, and then Fat Fuck is laying on the floor crying. Or his mom's mad that they're still alive. We get some more shit about people getting busted in the kneecap with tire irons in the parking deck. Then we find out he has a van. He has a work van.
We know
where he's keeping these people. Then he goes and rents like a warehouse. He's walking around the place with his landlord who's trying to sell it to him. And the dude's like, yeah, I mean, I don't really know why you're here unless you have cash. There's like 3 other people that want to buy this place. They're ready to give me money. And apparently he just throws a bunch of money at him because the very next scene is the dude like taking the sign down. I'm pretty sure if he doesn't fuck the dude up in this scene, he does it very soon.
the landlord.
Yeah, he like cracks him over the head with a thing. Then we get some shots of him arranging all the people that are in his van in the floor of the warehouse. They're all covered up in tape and shit. Yeah, they're all naked now because, of course, why wouldn't they be? Lots of close-ups of just various asses. At some point in this, he finds a pregnant woman. I don't remember exactly. No, I do remember how. There's a car leaving the garage, and I think they see him doing something else, or he just shoots at their fucking driver or something. He like shoots whatever, and they crash. The pregnant lady gets out. You find out she's like, oh yeah. I think he drags them back to the fucking rape house. Some other shit happens, and we're back at the point where all the people are together. He has them all lined up. They're not sewn together or anything. They're just taped. Arms and legs taped together, the mouths taped, in the order on the floor he wants to connect them in. You have that scene, everybody's lined up. Then, what I'm going to call a catalyst happens, what makes everything finally go off. So, we go back to his house. You see his mom, and she's standing outside the fucking bedroom with a knife. She walks in the bedroom and just starts stabbing the fucking bed. Just stab the fuck, because his fucking fatty's in there and just stabbing him. Turns out he's not in there. It's just a bunch of shit wadded up in the bed. So he sees her.
Why do people fall for that in movies? Why do people think that's a person?
It's not. She sees that it's him.
Or not him.
Or not him. Well, she sees that it's him in the doorway.
Okay.
And she's just standing there holding the knife like, no, I didn't. Or actually, I'm pretty sure she has some line about how it was going to be good for everyone if she did that.
Not wrong.
He just walks in, just gets in the bed. Just lays down in the bed, pulls the covers over his head. I guess he's just like, if you're going to do it, fucking do it, but I'm going to sleep. She finds the jerk-off book.
Why didn't she stab him?
I don't know. She sees a corner of the book hanging out of the mattress, so she pulls it out and starts looking at it. He freaks out. He's like, no, don't find that. That's not for people to see. She starts flipping through it, reading shit out of it, and she's like, what the fuck is any of this? What the fuck? This isn't...
Why is she surprised at this point?
Fair point. So she starts tearing the book up, which he's not happy about. She leaves the room. Then he's sitting there like holding the fucked up pages, like, why is this? Why? He goes in there. I can't remember how, if he just stabs her or what happens. He cracks her in the head with something, and she's dead. And then he gets the broom that Mom used earlier, and he starts beating on the roof, on the ceiling.
But Mr. Skinhead's about to have a good time.
He comes downstairs yelling, raising hell, like, I fucking told you I'll play my music. And then I think he shoots him in the leg. He doesn't kill him. Takes him to Fun Time Happy Warehouse, where all the fun and Chuck E. Cheese playground tokens are.
That sounds like a whole lot of fun.
At some point throughout this is important, we get the doctor. We get to see the doctor again.
Oh, good.
Turns out in the parking garage where Fat Fuck works.
He's probably not going to want to soon.
Well...
Unless he's a weird man. Go on. Go on. I don't know.
So he is in a car with someone else. I don't know if we've seen him in the movie before this. I don't think we have. And he is in the back seat getting blown by some fucking hooker. So the guy in front looks in the back and he says, so Dr. Beard, you enjoying yourself? He says, I'd rather be fucking that retard, but she'll do. I guess Fat Fuck finds out that they're here, and so he's like, hey look, more people I can put in my fucking
fun land.
Right. The dude in the passenger seat up front, or it's the driver's seat because they're in Europe.
Yeah.
But he sees Fat Fuck just standing there watching. Doctor in the back doesn't realize he's there yet, but the dude is like, he's running his mouth talking shit to Fat Fuck, and Fat Fuck just pulls his gun out and shoots him. Hooker starts screaming. Dr. Beard gets out and he's like, hey, it's you, it's like, oh, I can help you do stuff. You know, we can be friends and stuff. Basically, he wants to fuck him. He says, but you gotta put the gun down. I can't do anything for you if you don't put the gun. Shoots him in the dick. Hooker runs up the stairs. She runs away. And then doctor guy keeps talking, and then Fat Fuck shoots him in the face. In the face! Then he goes after the hooker. The hooker, instead of just running, the hooker went to the other side of the parking deck and just sat on some stairs. She's trying to be like, I'll blow you or whatever, just let me go, and then she maces him. Well, that hurts for a minute, and then he's like, well, you're going on the fun pile. So
she gets to have fun now?
Yeah. Then we finally have everybody in the centipede thing. Somewhere there's a baby. Not really
like a baby he's gonna put on the centipede?
Yeah, it looks like Kyle. His little legs dangle. But the baby is in one of the cars somewhere with the people that fucking that he French fries, and then he just leaves the baby in the car. You get a scene later where they go back and the baby's just still in the car. Just, I'm a baby, just sitting here. Last thing I want to mention before we get into fun time climax of this movie. Funny I say climax because yeah. So I remember the scene from the first movie where Glenn just all of a sudden is like, oh shit, I have to shit, and he shits in the girl's mouth. He's watching that scene specifically, so he watches this movie that's all he does. You know those girls out there that watch Nightmare Before Christmas like 27 times a day? It's their favorite movie, and you know everything they know about their personality? That's him with the Human Centipede. But he's watching that scene, and that excites him quite a bit. Yeah, as you know.
He splooges.
He doesn't just splooge. He reaches into his desk, and he pulls out a piece of sandpaper.
What the holy fuck is this?
He takes the sandpaper and what do you think he does with it?
I have an idea.
He wraps that fucker around his dick and beats off with some sandpaper.
Who thinks this is entertainment?
I don't know, but that happened.
Why does this exist? Like who? I don't like scary movies, but I watch Nightmare on Elm Street, and I'm like, okay, I get it, it's a movie. This is just,
yeah.
This is not a movie.
Oh, there's some girls that find him and they catch him doing that. Guess where they end up?
Do they get to have fun?
They get to have butt mouth fun. Yeah, they sure do. Give me a beer. So okay, I don't remember everything. There's some other shit that probably happened. I probably got some shit backwards, but we're just gonna go ahead and full steam ahead into the fucking
fun.
The bad. So
you said it was fun.
I lied. So we're in the warehouse now, and he is at the point where he's ready to start.
Does this guy have skills to do this?
You're about to find out. So I said we were moving straight into the fucking final fun. I forgot something super important that I don't know how I forgot this. So, remember the girl that was the middle girl in the first movie?
Yeah.
Turns out, the whole time throughout the movie, there's these scenes of him answering voicemails. Somehow, he has gotten a hold of this chick's agent. Remember, the first one was just a movie now. We found that out.
The actress's agent.
Right. He has set up auditions for a new Tarantino film for this actress.
Good!
She has been flown out to where he is. She thinks she's about to get some big role in a movie. Well, she's going to get a big role in something. He takes her to the fun warehouse. She does not understand that this is a bad time.
I feel like she should.
She says, oh, is that the studio? Okay, let's go in there. Oh, there's a car out front. Oh, that's probably Tarantino's car. It's not. She goes inside. I think he turns the lights off, and then she's like, oh, fuck, this is fuck me. Then she figures out bad times are here. So let's fast forward back to the end where we're all having fun in the thing.
It doesn't actually sound very fun.
It doesn't. But he knows the basics of shit. He knows you got to pull the teeth out, stick a mouth in a butt. You have to cut the knee ligament or tendon or whatever, which he doesn't do first. Dr. Red Skull did that first to keep them from moving their legs. He does that much later. He knows you have to cut the butt cheek flaps and stick the face in it. all that stuff. But he doesn't really know how to do it. Like you said, he's not good at stuff.
He's not good at much of anything.
No, he just has an assortment of just sharp shit and duct tape. I don't think he ever even tries to sew anyone. I think he just duct tapes them together. There's a bunch of shots of butt cheek cutting and teeth pulling and that kind of shit. There's a whole lot of screaming and bad time. And the girl from the first one, because she is his favorite, she gets to be number one this time. She's up front.
Well, that's nice of him. Like at least she doesn't have to be, in the middle.
He's trying to get them to walk around just like Dr. Red Skull did. Doesn't really work.
Because he's an idiot.
Right. We find out he brought his centipede friend with him. It's just in an aquarium still on the side of the fucking room. And he tries to, he's polite. So he offers the girl up front something to eat. As you do to a guest. He gets her a dog bowl. Because he wants her to have a clean plate, obviously. And he pours... I think he might... I don't know what he puts in it at first. But he just sets it in front of her and is expecting her to just eat. So she fucking flings it across the room.
As you do.
Right, and he's like, fuck you, I'm not doing that. Well, he's not very happy about that. So he goes to his fucking supply closet. He reaches into the fun drawer. And he pulls out a beer funnel with a big fucking hose on it, grabs her and just stuffs it down her throat. And then he gets a can of, I think it was just a big can of gravy, and just pours gravy down into her fucking stomach. He pulls the fucking thing out, and I thought he was going to lick it. I really thought he was going to. I'm surprised he didn't. But he doesn't. He just kind of drops it, and she's sitting there, oh, that just happened to me, huh? I guess he expected her to immediately start shitting, because he goes over and looks at her ass, and she doesn't immediately start shitting, because that's not how food works.
No.
He's like, well, fuck, what do I do? There's a scene where he's going to each person, up to each one of their asses, and at the time, I thought this was just the sound effects that was happening. There's fart sound effects when he gets to every butt individually. I thought the movie just spent all their money on everything else, and they bought like the shittiest fart sounds you could get from like a Nickelodeon soundboard.
Right.
Turns out he's just making fart noises with his mouth. He's wanting them to start shitting. He's trying to coax them into that. It doesn't work because that's not how things work. It's not how biology happens. And he just has a syringe that just says laxatives on the side of it.
Can you not just be patient?
No, he's in a hurry. He goes over and is just injecting these syringes into each one of their asses. He just...
that's also not how it works.
Apparently it is, because it works. And then he goes back up to the front girl. He looks at her for a minute. She looks at him. Her gut makes this noise, and then the fucking... It's over. Everybody it just goes. And remember, he used duct tape, so there's not a good seal like Dr. Red Skull had. So yeah, imagine if you took a can of dog food and you threw it into a ceiling fan. That happens. It's bad. Then they start puking on each other's buttholes. It's fucking horrible. They start trying to run. He's over there all happy. Somehow they come apart because duct tape. He goes to the back of the train. What do you think he does at the back of the train, Chris?
Does he something go up someone's ass?
He starts fucking one of them. Yeah, so he just starts doing that. Then, previously, remember the pregnant girl? He thought she was dead. I skipped this part.
No.
We thought she was dead. She's apparently not. She was never part of the centipede. She gets up and just runs away. I think she hits him or cuts him or some shit. She runs away. She's gone now, so he's not happy. So he comes around.
He doesn't deserve to be happy.
He doesn't. He's pissed off about that, obviously. So
her not wanting someone to shit in her mouth.
Right.
Yeah, what an asshole she is.
He starts shooting them, the fucking people, because they're trying to get away. He pulls his gun and starts shooting them in the fucking head. Then our fucking lovely heroine from the beginning of the Centipede, Madam A.
First movie.
Yeah, Madam A, we'll call her that. She sees the aquarium that has the real centipede in it. Somehow she gets a hold of the centipede and the funnel. When he gets up to her to kill her, she fucking knocks him down, takes the funnel, jams it in his ass, and then dumps the centipede in it. So the
Cool.
centipede crawls up his butt.
Neat.
She tries to get away, but she doesn't. He apparently gets over it, and he kills her. He goes outside to chase after the pregnant girl. The pregnant girl is in the car that Madam A thought was Tarantino's. I don't know if it's his car or not, but she's in that car and does the stereotypical horror movie thing where, keys, how do keys? I don't know how to keys because I'm a fucking idiot.
Naturally.
Finally, he comes outside. She has the baby in the car while he's trying to get in the car. She goes into labor. I guess you get a great shot of the baby sliding out of her vag.
Why?
Yeah, you sure do. It's all covered in twat, and it just... She eventually gets the key in the ignition and just stops the gas, which is very unfortunate for her newborn because it's under the pedal. I don't really remember what happens after that, but the final shot in the movie is he's just back in his security little hut.
This whole fucking movie happens.
Mm-hmm. He's just back in the little hut watching the movie again. You see him finishing the movie, and you hear the baby from the car that got left there. Not the dead baby, the baby that was left in the other car. You hear it crying. So I guess we're left to imply he's going to fuck that baby. Because that's what happened to him whenever he was a baby. And then then there's the credits, and
just
that is Human Centipede 2.
Like, whoever directed this fucking movie needs to be in jail. Like, I don't even know if I'm kidding.
So, give me your unbiased opinion.
What do you mean unbiased? That was awful. Like,
Well,
what opinion am I supposed to have about that? That is garbage.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this more than Fucker did over here. He acts like he's not going to go watch this movie like 7 times tonight.
I can't fucking wait.
Don't worry though, as soon as I watch part 3, I'll give you my rundown of it too. No, they can't wait for it.
We watched Die Hard.
I mean, you can watch Die Hard, but like I said, my girlfriend and I are committed at this point. We watched the first 2. We have to know how the series
Watch
ends.
Die Hard instead.
I know how that ends.
Yeah, good.
Maybe the 3rd one ends and something different happens.
If John McClane kills the Human Centipede guy, I will watch it. You have my word.
Okay, well, maybe that happens.
Well, let me know if it does, and I won't believe you.
No, it won't. It doesn't count. You have to watch the whole thing. Otherwise, it's like the good ending in a video game. You have to do all of these things to get that good ending. You have to watch the first 2 movies and then all of the 3rd one in a 30-degree angle, so that.
And then John McClane won't be there.
No, he'll be there. I promise.
He doesn't want to be.
I promise he'll be there.
Okay.
But anyway, guys, that's all I have time for tonight. I will watch the 3rd movie eventually whenever I can find it, and I'll be back to give you my fucking review of that. Until then, if there's a movie you'd like to see us do this with, let us know down below. We know what Die Hard is. I can do Die Hard. I can do Die Hard right now. I'm Cerberus Snape. I'm shitty. I'm gonna take over a building. We're a bunch of terrorists. We like you, Snape. What's the plan? Don't worry about it. I got this. Okay. I'm John McClane. I'm not totally bald yet. Oh God, Snape. Ah! Okay.
I forgot about Carl Winslow.
Everyone forgot about Winslow. But anyway, if you like what we're doing, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with everyone that needs to know about Human Centipede, because everyone needs to know about
share
that.
it with people whether they need to know about it or not. Share it with us.
Like, comment, subscribe, do all the fun stuff you're supposed to. You can look for us on Facebook and Twitter. And until next time, I don't know what else to say. Say pow. I don't give a fuck. Let's go watch a movie that doesn't have poop eating.
Good.
Let's go do that. Peace, guys.